Hey my scrappy friends, this is Hannah with you today. I have a really fun layout that I'm doing for Shimmerz. So sorry you guys didn't get to see the the first few little bits, that background part. I think I forgot to hit record, which sometimes happens, or I don't know, but I just did, I used some of the colors and I just put my brush on the background with some gesso. And so I did like watercolor smudges, I guess is really. So, and then I also took that cut file, which is the March's cut file. So I know that we're like just hitting into May. And if you guys haven't checked out the new kits, the color kits for May, you need to go and check it out because they are awesome, awesome, awesome. And be sure to be looking out on my social media platforms because I will be sharing the May Missy kit because I have the stuff for it. And I'm going to be using that this month. So definitely check it out because it is awesome. And there's a cut file that goes along with that. So what I did is I took some, I want to say it might be Whitey Tidy. And then I you know what? I think I ran out of that. And so I'm using some of the acrytones, which we don't sell anymore in the store. But you could just use white acrylic paint. Acrytones is acrylic paint with some like some gesso or something in it. I don't want to say it has gesso in it. It has something in it that helps like protect the background a little bit more. So it's a little bit different consistency. But anyway, you probably can't get them anymore. So, because I know we don't have them in the store. But I just colored that cut file with some different colors, some of the Shimmerz colors. So it took a little while, but it looks really awesome. I love the key lime color. It's super, super bright. So now I'm going to put a whole bunch of glue on this because I am going to adhere it after I had used that stencil. And that little stencil was an Amy Tan, like 3x4 stencil. It's a really awesome. It was a pack of them and I use a few of them quite often. They're like some of my go-to stencils. And even though they're small and sometimes that's annoying, they end up being really cool. So I wanted it to be like kind of petals. So I did a lot of the media, so it was mostly underneath and a little bit around the outside. So there's a lot of media going on here, but it's super fun. And so I also added a little bit more media, which you can't see, and I didn't record that, but I don't know what happened to some of this. I think I lost some of my video. I know I did some of the layers at night one night and the lighting was super bad, so I didn't record that night. But now I'm just adding all of the little goodies and stuff, but I thought that it would be just kind of nice for you guys to see some of the media and the cut file and what it looked like in that beginning stage. And now that I'm finishing up, you know, it's really just about finding pieces that work and layer in. I mean, this is nothing new. It's definitely stuff that I do all the time, but it's just nice and fun. And I love how colorful all the Shimmerz products are and how I can make them work with lots of different stuff. So I'm using papers and pieces from Cocoa Vanilla. I'm using stuff from Crepe Paper. I'm using stuff from Oasis and Wild Thing or Wild, oh gosh, the one from last like summer. So I'm using those, and I'm using some stuff from the travel collection from here and there too. So I love how I have the purples and the greens, and I really tried to stick with that because this picture is from Hawaii when we went hiking up on Waimea Falls. There was these really cool purple flowers, and I may have scrapped them before, and I don't really care. I mean, come on, if you love a photo and you can get different stories out of it, why limit yourself to scrapping it only once? But it worked out perfectly with these colors. I really love it. And I just love taking pictures of stuff like this anyway. I love nature. I love scrapbooking nature and stuff. I mean, maybe one day, if I ever can get really organized, I will have just an album for just nature type stuff. I mean, wouldn't that be awesome? It would be awesome. So I'm kind of done putting most of the embellishment type stuff on. And I'm working on the title, and the title says, "Let's go explore," and then nature with these. These copper ones are Maggie Holmes, and then the other two were pieces from the crepe paper here and there. So there's a chipboard piece, and then they're like puffy stickers. So you can't really see explore unless you look at it. So you'll see it in the close-ups, but well, of course, I can't see it in my little viewfinder. My viewfinder is not very big though. And then I have I have those buttons, and those are from Oasis. But I thought the black arrow, the puffy sticker black arrow, worked really well because I had that copper arrow. And those are from here and there too. So super fun, right? I'm just kind of, I'm gluing these down because if I didn't glue them down, they would not stick. This is the thing when you use mixed media, you really want to make sure you use a good glue on like your thickers and some of your embellishments, because a lot of times they don't. So I'm going to cut that arrow off. I don't know. I just kind of thought it needed a little bit more copper. And I thought about adding another button, but there wasn't one that I thought would go well. There was like some pink. So I'm going to grab some sequins, because when in doubt, add sequins. And then I found this die piece that I had cut out, and it says bloom, and it was perfect. So I just added it in that little clip, and I like how there's some pieces of wood in there. So sometimes when you use one type of some texture, it's good to use it again. Like, so I used paper that had some wood grain in it, and I used a wood piece, and then that wood clip, and then some black and white and some copper. So I'm mixing those elements throughout the layout, and that's going to tie everything together. You know, and I thought that the title worked really well, like on the other side of that heart. It kind of balances out because the one side of it is really heavy, but then on the outside of the heart you have that cluster down at the bottom, but then in the inside you have the title, and it's just a little bit lighter, but it kind of helps give it a little bit more weight. And so I'm gonna add this other puffy sticker right here near the title, and I really like it. Kind of draws your eye in. And I am doing a Maggie Holmes thing. I don't know if you guys know this, but Maggie Holmes used to journal around like a block of a photo or a block of papers that she had in the center. She did that a lot, and so I thought that would be really fun to just do my journaling around the heart, and it's really going to make the heart kind of pronounced because it gives that outline, even though you see the cut file, but it really like concretely gives that heart a place. And so I really like how this turned out. It's super fun. So definitely go check out the color kits for the month of May. Definitely check out this cut file or the kit that goes with the cut file, because they are awesome. And make sure that if you buy anything in the store, you mention me when you are checking out, because you can get a free gift. And I will see you guys. I hope you guys have a great scrappy weekend. Have a great National Scrapbooking Day as well. Bye.